at least I've worked in that profession. As a general, I was a correspondent for a newspaper in Washington DC. I had a show on TV for a long time, and the same thing we're doing now is what I was doing. I was doing interviews for people, which even Charly Boy was one of my guests once.
At Galaxy TV.
Yeah.
Alright. What Nigerian media house have you worked for?
I've never worked in any Nigerian media house. But I've done some independent work. Like for Galaxy, I still consult for Galaxy. I consulted for AIT, for a long time. I used to go to Port Harcourt to do some jobs.
Yeah, I reliably gathered that controversial interview that was switched by National Mirror was conducted somewhere in a hotel at Ikeja off Tony Street. I don't want to mention the name. And can you talk more about that interview?
Well, you see, that interview, first of all, let me say, Charly Boy is a friend. We've known each other since the 80s. Not that we're just knowing each other now. It took us like 2 weeks for me to be able to get that interview. I've been calling, I'll call and say, when can we do? I have a new newspaper coming down, and what can we do? And say, okay, come down. I'm going to be in Lagos next week. The following week, I'll call you. I'm not in Lagos, come again 2 weeks before we finally say, okay, let's do the interview. Calm down. So I went there to the hotel, gave him the hotel room and everything. So I told him, I said, look, this is what I'm doing. I have a new newspaper now, and I really need to get your interview and everything. He said, okay. And if you remember, it was a judge at the Nigeria Idol. So that, what was going on with him that time. So I just thought, okay, let me conduct an interview for him, for my newspaper. Actually, that was not my major interview, something that I was really thinking that, okay, this is going to be the biggest for my newspaper. It was just, one of the stories I was working on. So I went there, he gave us the interview, and I was not alone. I went there with one of my reporters. We got there. I told him, I said, this interview I'm going to use word for word. The reason why I said that is because you remember during the military era, newspapers, radio reporters, all these people used to go to jail, not because they were lying, but because they were saying the truth. But you look at it today, what newspaper is all about? Newspaper is so different now that people are scared to be locked up. People are scared, about control, anything that is very controversial. Nobody wants it. So newspaper, more or less, when I read it, is not interested anymore. Like the days of the news, when they bring the real news out. It's all about now, if I have the news now, I'll be calling the president, I have something on you. And you bargain and get something about it. That is what I got tired of. And I just said, you know what? I've been doing this, not on full-time basis. I need to start my own paper. Paper that will be reporting the real truth. And that's why I don't think I'll be going to anywhere to do any interview that I don't have evidence of whatever happens there, so that I don't come out, people will say, what is your evidence? He agreed. So we did the interview, that is Charly Boy. We did the interview and everything. After we finished, it was towards the end actually. I said, Charly, everything you told me today, everybody already knew all this about it. Can you give me something new? Because it's like I'm going to be repeating what others know. Give me something new about yourself that people don't know. And your friends, give me something new. I'm going to tell you that I know what you want to do. I said, just give it to me. And we have the tape recorder just like this. And, well, I'm gay. I have a gay personality that is called Linda. I started laughing at it. Linda. And I said, okay. So that was the next question that comes from me was, when you kissed Jane Riley, was it Linda that kissed Jane Riley or it was Charly Boy? He said it was 2 in 1. I said, yeah, 2 in 1 or 3 in 1. There's Charles Ekuta,
That's
Charly Boy.
And now the new leader.
There's Linda. So he said, no, it's 2 in 1. It's Charly Boy and Linda that keep. Then we. So I said, So I asked him, that actually prompted me to start asking more questions. You have the score. And actually, that score, what does it really symbolize? He said, I'm the head of Illuminati in Nigeria. I said, now, Charlie, you are talking. In Nigeria, he said, if I know about Illuminati years ago, I don't build estate here and here.
Was it Charly Boy that was saying that?
Yes. I said, he said, because Nigerians, they too fear everything. They fear. I said, yes, I noticed that the Nigerians they're always very scared of everything. He said, so I said, that's good though. I said, it's now that you're giving me what I really want. So we're all laughing. I never knew. As well, he said so many things that I didn't even put.
Were they off record?
No, the ones that some of them that were off record, I never really touched it because I have to transcribe my tape. I was actually carrying what I had in me. So, to me, personally, what I think is that I think Charlie, it might be a stunt. It might be a stunt, but he never knew how people are going to accept it. He's been doing it for years, but this might be like one stunt I almost raised the back of the camera. So I just thought, okay, he started denying it, but the thing is he never denied it. Charlie hasn't called me to say, he only called me to say, you see how the tape? I say, yes, I do.
No, that was
immediately that news came out.
Why do you think he asked you that question? If it's
I don't know. Maybe he was planning, he said, I'm going to sue people and everything. He told me, he said, look, you should have made it, make it speculative. I said, Charlie, my paper, I don't want to go through a paper that will be speculating on something.
You want to be based on facts.
I want to base it on facts. To make it, he said, because do you know how long it takes me to tell people how old I am? I said, that's not what I want. I said, if I have news on president, and I swear I'm telling you, if I have news on the president, I'll put it out. I don't think I'm going to be afraid to die. People die, everybody dies. People die so other people can live well. And our paper is not about, Dangote is losing business, has nothing to do with us. We deal with common people. Now, I respect Charly Boy and everything, but somehow I think he has a lot of fake things about him.
Now, would you say this controversy has really strained the relationship between yourself and Charly Boy?
No.
Why did you say so?
They never call me and say, oh, I read everything in the newspaper. Like when he sued National Mirror, they called me. And I said, oh, I'm surprised. But I'm the real source of the information, so I haven't received any paper or anything from Charlie. So he said, okay, I think it was because of that. First of all, Charlie was denying doing interviews for us at all. That nothing ever happens like that. Then he now went on the Tribune. I read the Tribune where he was saying that he actually did, but that I betrayed him, that I was starting a newspaper. I came to him for advice because he's been doing it before. I have friends that are really doing newspaper more than I have, people that I can go to that have been in the newspaper business. Ojo Onukaba, I didn't know who was the FD of Daily Times, was a very friend. I was technical director for Daily Times. So I know everything about whatever you want to say about newspaper. I mean, Dr. Tom Adaba is like a mentor to me. We're talking about Chief Raymond Dopesi. He's like a mentor to me. These are people that I feel if I need to do a newspaper or anything media, these are people that I ought to go to. Not to Charly Boy, what advice will he give to me? Because his own magazine has closed down already. It's not functioning anymore.
Yeah, would you say truly, deep inside you betrayed a friend in Charly Boy?
Never.
Why?
Well, how? I did an interview and I said, I'm going to use it. And I used it. And he said, go ahead and use it.
But in one way or the other, you must have felt this will ruin his career or his brand or image.
You forget that Charly Boy had a punk image years back. That he was punk, he had a different hairstyle and he wear women's clothes and everything, and nobody, people reported it, and nothing happened. I just think that he never knew that people would take it away to take it. I don't think betray. If you tell me, look, don't use it, and that's it. Because in that case, you can see him about, I say, look, I'm going to use it for word for word. He said, what do you mean?